Thank you for clicking on the video. Welcome back to the channel. This is another review for Love and Marriage Huntsville, Season 6, Episode 27. Peace before the stormy. How y'all feeling about Love and Marriage Huntsville? Like, has it run stale for you like it's run stale for me? I'm not one of those. I've had some shows where I pick up and I put down, but only if it's like getting 10 views, 13 views. Like if it don't get over 20 views, we're not sitting up wasting time. And so I'm not threatening to drop it or nothing like that, because honestly, it is my most viewed show. I mean, most viewed video. Y'all like the people watching the Love and Marriage Huntsville reviews, and so I'm not gonna drop it. But I'm just saying, like, what? I'm bored, you know. I'm just over it. Anyway, let's get to the review. Kimmy and Maurice, they are at, you know, the office space that they had Maurice's brother working on. He is finally wrapping it on up. Kimmy, she says she sold all the units, you know, so she's done her part on the real estate side, but it needs to be ready, you know, for the tenants to move in. She thought that Maurice was gonna be the one doing the building, since she said she thought she married a builder, and he continues to reiterate that he's a lawyer, and so yeah. That there's that. Kimmy, she switches gears. Why do I do this every time? I do this every time when I try to go down the note. It done went all the way down to something else. It went all the way down. I mean, completely all the way down. I have to come back. Kimmy switches gears, and she's talking to him about the fact that she went and did a yoni steam, and of course he's rolling his eyes. He don't feel like that was necessary. Your body gonna do what your body's supposed to do. All that, you know, he ain't a bit more interested in a yoni steam and the benefits of it or none of that. Like, he wasn't impressed. She thought that, you know, that was gonna impress him. Maybe like, oh well, maybe she's trying. She really is, you know, working on getting that libido up. You know, like it's something that she's doing for him. Girl, do it for yourself. Get the libido up for you. Fuck him. Anyway, she tells him that Tisha brought a pregnancy test and that she took it. It came back negative, but she was just completely floored at the fact that she would bring a pregnancy test onto this TV like she's not married to Marcel Scott. And Maurice is also like, a pregnancy test? We went and got those vasectomies together, so I don't understand why she would need that. Yeah, she gonna have to tell him about that. She gonna have to tell him that she done went and did a pregnancy test on TV. You know, he may not take it. He may not take it the way she expects him to. My daddy calling. Hold on. Where was I? You know, when daddy calls. We just at that age now, you know, where your parents want you to run them around. Hey, I got an appointment tomorrow and I need you to anyway, where was I? Oh, Marceau and Maurice and their vasectomy, and the fact that he may not appreciate Tisha doing a pregnancy test. He may not see it as innocently as she does. And which it is innocent. Like, if you are faithful and you trust your spouse, it shouldn't be no second guessing anything. Like, we're not saying she came home with trick. Like, we're not saying that. We saying she thinks she pregnant. Aren't y'all hunching? That's how we get pregnant. Like, only somebody out there doing dirt is going to automatically assume you doing dirt. Now, he got a vasectomy. Sometimes, just like getting your tubes tied. I mean, listen, God is gonna do what God does. And so if he wants a baby, you know, by way of you, then listen, it is what it is. It ain't nothing you can do about it. So yeah, it happens. So I mean, why can't she be that one in a million? I don't understand why Marceau would automatically assume that that lady is cheating on him. You doing the cheating, allegedly. Anyway. Moving on. Oh, they think Tisha need to go on a Africa trip herself. You know, she need to go on and take a trip to Africa. Especially since she's, you know, in this state where she's just kind of unsure. And the stress levels are high, all of that. Anyway, Stormi, she drops in on Tisha. Tisha is at her office space, you know, it's gutted out and all of that. She waiting on drywall, all of that. Stormi comes in and, you know, I don't know why we are discussing Kiki yet again. Stormi feels like she can, you know, get them to reconcile. Let it go. Please. Enough is enough. I'm tired of talking about it. They're tired of talking about it. They don't want to rekindle, reconnect, none of that. Let it go. She act like she got to sit up with these people at Thanksgiving and it's awkward. You don't know that, girl. Keep that energy for your mama and your auntie, because they the ones you need to be, you know, trying to bring back together, because that's your family. That's your mother. That's your auntie. You want that. Over there at somebody else's house, I need you to let that go. I need you to let that go. It ain't got nothing to do with you. Anyway. You know, because Tisha's whole thing is that Kiki is not clean. She doesn't feel like she's clean. She doesn't, you know, she thinks, you know, I done seen the signs. She thinks she know. Stormi, however, knows that, well, she believes Kiki is clean. You know, she believes Kiki is in recovery. Let it go. That's just where I'm at with it. Please let it go. She asked how her trip to Vegas was. Tisha said she went out to Vegas with some college friends, probably an LS or two. She went out with college friends for a birthday. Somebody was turning 40. And I just didn't feel good after. Girl, you was drunk all weekend. Just say that. Talking about you think you pregnant. No, you were hung over. Hung over. You drank, and drank some more with your girls. We understand. It's okay. You ain't got to get on here with a pregnancy test pretending to be pregnant. You throwing up because you hung over. Because you had a little bit too much. Anyway, she tells Stormi that Marceau was in Colombia on a bachelor's trip. Stormi's like, Colombia? Ain't that the brothel place? Why would you go there? Why would you automatically say, ain't that the brothel place? Like, I would... Like, is it notorious for that? Maybe so. Maybe, you know, the guys go over there for a prostitute or two. I don't know. Listen, I have no idea. But Marceau was in Colombia. Tisha, she asked about Courtney and how he's doing. You know, Courtney, she tells Tisha that Courtney, you know, Marceau likes to play, and he and Courtney don't play the same. Courtney don't play like that. And so they kind of, I don't know what's going to happen with Marceau and Courtney, but they're going to have a conversation, a little side conversation. Stormi thinks that they should do a double date. And she kind of segues to the website out of nowhere. Girl, when you really just wanted to see her face to face to ask her about that website, you should just go on and just do it. Go on and just, you know, from the gate. So, girl, we got to talk about this website situation. You know, let's not talk about all this other stuff that's irrelevant, and let's just get to the point. Tisha, she basically, you know, she gonna blame somebody else. You know, it wasn't me personally. I didn't personally plagiarize. Like, the people I hired went and did that. Okay, so yeah, it was you. if you don't understand that CEO means that this is your company, you know, I know your daughter's names are on it and everything, but you running the day-to-days and all of that, you hiring the people to do the jobs, you have to go back behind them and proofread and do your due diligence and make sure that everything is in line. I'm not understanding why you felt like when they did it, that was enough. Well, I said, well, he said he read it. Girl, did you read it? Never mind what the designer did, what the assistant did. Did you go back and proofread? No. Okay, so, well, then there you have it. I just, the responsibility absolutely falls on you, girl. She was really being, you know, like, well, I ain't do it. Like, you're going to have to get over it, girl, because it wasn't me. No, girl, you owe her an apology. And the fact that she wasn't trying to give an apology, it was basically, girl, I don't owe you no apology. It wasn't me. Are you stupid? It was you. It's your business, right? Your website, right? Anyway, Tisha, she ends up apologizing, but that girl got to go around and around and around to basically drag an apology out of her. Chris pulls up on Nell. Again, y'all, I wanted them to just be friends to the show. This deep dive into their family business, I just don't want to do it. Because Nell is she's being so stubborn and bullheaded about it to where it's not palatable. It's just like, girl, do you love your kids or what? I don't know, lady. Anyway, Chris shares how his conversation with his son went, and Nell is basically like, well, what he doing out at 2 a.m.? Girl, out driving because he's depressed. Did you not hear the part where your husband said the child was depressed? She done called him an asshole. You raised them. That's enough. Y'all can't be mad. Well, I mean, once you become an adult, who you are that's on you. But your upbringing plays a lot into that. It really does, because a lot of folks be having deep-seated deep-seated issues, unresolved childhood trauma, and that little person inside of them rears its ugly head, when it wants attention. Because it's not healed. And so, girl, you need to take some responsibility, in where he is in his life. You need to take some responsibility in that. Anyway, I think she said she gonna go to therapy. Yeah, she said if he gonna be accountable, then we support it. We support it. Anyway, Kimmy, Tisha, and Melody, they go and get pedicures. Well, Melody doesn't get one because she say her feet stay done, so she didn't need a pedicure. Which was like an unnecessary dig. Girl, just say, I just got a pedicure, so I don't really need one right now. The underlying message is that they don't get pedicures often. Like, maybe it was just time for their pedicure. What are you talking about, lady? Anyway, Kimmy is, talking to Tisha and them, and she's telling her that her yoni steam, didn't really do nothing for the libido. Tisha says it helped her because they've been wild over there, girl. You look tired. She looked tired, like visibly. She looks tired in the face. So I don't know if I believe all that. You ain't tired because you just over there hunching all day. We know that. We know better than that. But anyway, Tisha, wait a minute. Yeah, Tisha and Kimmy talk about the pregnancy test. And Kimmy, is asking her, have you told him? She still hasn't told him. And she said she was sick again that next day. Kimmy is like, I think you need to go on and tell him. Like I said, Melody, she comes after them. And so when she does arrive, she gets there, and Kimmy mentions that name change ceremony because she saw it on social media, but she ain't getting, her message didn't ring. I mean, her phone didn't ring by the invite or nothing like that. So she wondering where her invite was, you know. Tisha wasn't expecting one because she already knows. But Kimmy is like, girl, you done threw me a whole, you done threw me a whole party, you know, in celebration of, in celebration of her completing chemotherapy and all of that, and I can't get no invite to the name change ceremony. Melody, in a nice way, basically is just like, well, you know, we all on shaky ground, and so I don't want no mess. Like, if I invite you, then that means Maurice gotta come. If I invite her, then that means Marceau gotta come, and them too, not when they are Team Martell. No, we're not doing that. I mean, Nell already went up in there bringing up Martell. And so imagine if the whole group was there. It would have been all about Martell. It would have been a mess. It really would have, because one of them men, mainly Marceau, would have made it. He would have threw his digs. He would have definitely threw his digs at Mel. And so that's why you ain't get no invite. You're gonna have to just go and get over that, Kimmy. Kimmy, she brings up the kids not having the same name as Mel now, and you know, and she, you know, being mindful of stereotypes. She just never wanted, you know, to be. I guess she never wanted to be out here looking like a baby mama, and so it's like there's always that lingering. Do you and your mama got the same last name? Like, what is that about? Mel, you know, she nice nasty, so Mel gonna give it. She gonna passive aggressively get you right, get you together, you know, or, you know, set her boundary. Because basically it's like, girl, but you and Jalen don't have the same last name either now, you know. So, yeah, you know, I'm not really worried about that. Back the fuck up, okay? Don't ask me about my kid's last name. Thank you. That was the nice way. Now I said the subtext. That's what I gave you. And I listen. I'm with Mel on that. Kimmy, please, okay, girl, trying to take your digs. Don't do that. Mind your business, okay? Mel, she addresses Tisha leaving their last outing or whatever. You know, she was like, I kind of took it personal because, girl, what's going on? You know, like at the town hall meeting, you was trying to shut down my ideas and all of that. Your energy just been off towards me. I'm just wondering, is there a problem? You know, like what are we doing here? Tisha, of course, reiterates that it wasn't Mel. She, you know, it's a lot. It's a lot, you know. They are moving forward. They're in a good space. Kimmy gonna say, oh, well then good. Can y'all unblock each other on social media? And they both looking at each other like, girl, we ain't say all that. I ain't say I wanted to be seeing this hoe on my feed every day. I ain't say I wanted to be doing all that. No, don't be volunteering that. Either way, Mel says because they blocked so many people, they would have to go, you know, through a long list of people to find her. Can't you just go in there and search for the person you want to unblock? You can't do that. I'm just saying, I don't be blocking folks like that, so I don't know. I think I got one person blocked. Yeah, she blocked. She gonna stay blocked too. Yeah, and I feel like I've been in her presence, and just somebody from college. Yeah, she gonna stay blocked because, girl, you tried it, and so you can't come back. You know, like, we're not doing that. Anyway, Melody say they cool in real life, and that's all that matters. Stormi and Courtney, they out at the pool hall. They finna have a double date with Tisha and Marceau. She's sharing how her conversation with Tisha went. You know, she's just like that in her confessional. She's like, that bitch was really playing with me the other day, and she don't need to play with me like that. I know she was really playing with me. Stormi is hilarious. Tisha and Marceau, they come and they're over an hour late. And so already Stormi is over it. She's already over it because they are over an hour late. Marcel come in talking about the tension in the room. It's because you're late. You're late and we already don't really like you like that. This is for filming purposes, but why are you late? Why have we been waiting over an hour? Marcel asks if Courtney is mad at him. Courtney's like, I ain't mad at you. No, I ain't mad at you. Listen, these was my concerns. Don't be calling me no Mr. Steele. You know, that was a dig. Marcel says, I know it was a shot at you because I couldn't get at your wife. We understand that. Because, I mean, we don't really want Marcel going back and forth with Stormi. But don't be using her husband as collateral damage. You know, I mean, you got to get your wits about you. You could have combat what Stormi was saying or defended yourself from what she was saying in a very diplomatic and respectful way. And still, you know, gotten your point across and not been all sassy and, you know, bitch-like. You gonna have to find your healthy median. You gonna have to find your middle ground somewhere, Marcel. Anyway. Marcel, you know, with Stormi calling him a bitch, she really does she continues to double down on it. She's not taking it back. She's not taking it back. She feels like, you know, that's how he was behaving, and so that's just what came out her mouth, and he gonna say something like, well, I'm going to just have to learn to ignore Stormi. You know, Marcel started being catty again. Stormi was also they both do. They do it. They're both very passive-aggressive towards one another, condescending towards one another. They throw digs. Both of them. And I think that's just the energy that they meet each other with. It's just like, what you going to say? Because I got something for that ass. That's just the vibe I'm getting. Tisha, I mean, when he said he was going to ignore Stormi was like, and see, that's what got a drink thrown in your wife's face. And Tisha's like, wait a minute, whoa, that's not, wait a minute. She's like, me ignoring her ain't got nothing to do with that. It did. That's why she did it. Now, should she have gone that route? No, it's not like we're saying it was right, but those were the chain of events. Like, you can't do something to someone and then dictate how they react to it. You just can't. Whether their reaction is outlandish or not, I mean, you expect a reaction. You're not just gonna flat out ignore me. You know, at some point, I'm about to show you I'm in the place. Anyway, Stormi, what you call it? What's the band name? Marcel says that Stormi says something about saying bitch is just a part of her culture or something like that. He gonna say, I'm not into learning adults' new cultures. He said something stupid and shady. He really thought he was just breaking it up. But Stormi just immediately picks up her keys, grabs her shades, and is like, you know what? I got stuff to do. Y'all was over an hour late. I'm out of here. I ain't finna. Listen, I got money to make. She's out of here. See you when I see you, okay? It was awkward. She get on the phone and everything. She said she got work to do. Anyway, be sure to rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. It's Call Me Busby, and I'll chat with you later. Peace and light.